Live, 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 live. 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. We're live with Naomi Rivera, all the way from Puerto Rico. For those that don't know, as you can see, look below this the ticker chart. It says clinical research is booming. I can confirm this is accurate. Naomi Rivera can confirm this is accurate. We're going to get into Naomi's story. She's a clinical research coordinator. She's working towards being a CRA, which is a clinical research associate. She's in Puerto Rico. She's the winner, deservedly so, of our CRA Academy scholarship, which we gave out through Latinos in clinical research. By the way, it was open to everybody, all ethnicities. Naomi, she followed the directions to the letter, and did more, which shows that she would be a great CRA. And we were just talking off the air about medical school. We both were, well, I was pre med. You were actually in med school, is that correct?
Yes, I did until third year. Currently,
Wow, you got far.
I got far. I just need one more year to finish. A couple of clinical rotations and I'm done. Obviously, and to take the steps and pass them.
hmm And what do you feel about that? Are you still debating to go back and get it, or what is your thought process right now?
I think I still want to do it. I still want to get my degree to finish and to be able to be a PI.
Yeah. Then
Uh,
you then you'd be a
but
PI, you'd be a true generalist.
yes, but I am not closing the doors to grow in the field because there's so much opportunity and you can do so much more as a CRC, as a CRA, as a site owner. Um, you name it. I mean, including research, you have so many things to do, so
Yeah.
many things to learn, and that sometimes just being a medical doctor um, won't get you to discover all this.
You have to it used to be that you just get your license and then you're automatically successful as a doctor. And now with the insurance reimbursements being lower and lower every year here in the United States, it's no longer the case. I know a lot of doctors that are miserable, like and they wish they didn't have all that debt from med school. So you really have to be passionate about medicine if you want to go the route to be an MD. But Naomi, I didn't know you got 3 years of med school. I'm just the pre-med dropout. You actually went 3 years.
I am, and I am still. Okay, so let me tell you my story.
Yeah, let's back up. Let's back up.
Let's back up. I started in med school on 2014. I went to medical school in Antigua and Barbuda. So I moved from Puerto Rico, went there. I studied 2 years and a half in there, took a review for step one and failed it the first time. So the school let me do the clinical rotations, like continue with my career, and I did internal medicine rotation, family medicine, psychiatry,
Hmm.
pediatrics, emergency medicine, tropical medicine, and I stopped there. Tried to do again the step one, failed again for 3 points. And now the university does not have a loan program that I can qualify because they do have, but I do not qualify. I don't know why. There was an issue in there,
Right.
but in during that process, I failed a step. For me, that day, the world ended. But my response to that failure was to type in Google clinical research and what can I do in clinical research without being a doctor.
Why did you type clinical research? Did you learn about that in med school, or what was it?
Mm, no, I didn't. I only,
You just knew about it.
yeah, I always had that, how would I say that? That interest in
hmm
in
hmm
research. I was
hmm
like, I would really like to do more than what we have right now in medicine.
Yeah.
Like, I have a patient with this disease, and I don't want to just do with them the treatment that we have at this moment. I want to do more,
Yeah.
and I want
Yeah.
to. And even in my essay, when I wanted to start medical school, when I applied to medical school, it says that my purpose in medicine is to improve the quality of life of patients, and that's my purpose. And no matter I have the MD or not, this is what I'm going to do. And research is had opened me like a lot of doors right now since I started reading. I remember that day last year in August. I was just crying, crying, crying. I was like, okay, you know what? We have to do something. Let's look up on research. And I read about it. I read about what was a CRC, what was a CRA, what was the all the process. I found you. I found the book.
Yes.
And I just started studying, studying, studying. I was like, whoa, I do have something here that I can do much more than what I'm doing right now.
Right. Even
And
more than doctors.
yeah, yeah, definitely. And here in
The
Puerto Rico,
majority of doctors never get involved in clinical research, by the way. Like 90% never get
yes.
involved in
And
clinical
and
research.
here in Puerto Rico, I truly believe that they don't know about it. There's doctors that know and they work on it and they like it. And right now my PI, it's amazing. He's the best PI ever.
Hmm.
I am very blessed to have him because a good PI is, I mean, a good doctor is a good PI, and a good doctor is the one that is always available.
So you're now. So, okay, you found my channels
Yeah.
and then you started looking at clinics in Puerto Rico in your area?
I went to
You went to Indeed. Okay.
Indeed,
And what
because
happened?
I started looking on job postings, and I saw this job posting as a CRC in San Juan. I was like, "Hmm, okay, let me apply." I didn't thought that they were going to call me.
How far is that from where you live?
Um, my site is in San Juan. I live in Gurabo. It's like half an hour
Oh,
without
okay.
traffic. Right
Okay.
now, I am like avoiding traffic because to get to my house, it's gonna be like an hour and a half.
Wow. Does Puerto Rico have bad traffic?
Oh yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's a nightmare.
I wasn't aware. I gotta come visit.
You
Okay, so you
should.
applied. You just went Indeed clinical research. You applied. You found the clinic.
I found it. So I found this job posting of BRCR. That's the company that I work for. Um, and I just applied, and I left it there. Like, they're not gonna call me. It's not gonna happen. I'm gonna start over, and I'm gonna keep fighting with medical school and the system, and that when you fail a step, it's so hard for you to transfer to another school because they think that you're not able, like you're not capable, like you're, you know.
All those doubts. Uh,
Yeah, that's. I mean, it's important. It's important that you pass those exams. Like, you really need to know what you're doing. I'm not against the test, but it's really hard. It's
mhm.
really hard when you fail. It's really hard because nobody, everyone is afraid to say that they failed, and you don't have to,
Yeah.
because this test is really hard. And
So how many places did you apply
I
before you got
applied.
interviews?
I just applied, I think, to this position.
Oh wow. So you were one for one.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was like, how I say, it fell down from the sky because a month after I received a call. I mean, sorry, I received an email. Are you still interested? I was like, okay, because I was in a limbo.
Yeah.
I'm still in a limbo in medical school because
Mhm.
I have to go back to a review semester to take that review for the step one, to apply for the test again, and then repeat it. And I'm currently working on that. That's my plan, like to continue working in research, and then do the step again, and move forward. But I couldn't just stop because I didn't have an income. I didn't have anything, so it was hard.
Interestingly enough, if you ever do decide to go back to med school, the fact that you're going to have clinical research on your resume is definitely going to help in that
Yeah,
aspect too. So, it's just it opens up a lot of doors. So, okay, how was the interview? Did you go in person to the clinic?
yeah. It's a
For
really nice story.
Okay.
So I answered the email like half an hour after, if I'm not mistaken. They called me. Hey, are you available for interview? Like right now? And I was like, what? But can it be tomorrow? Because I thought it was going to be video call, but it was by phone, whatever. I did it the next day. I spoke with my COO, and after that we had a phone interview like for an hour or so, and then he told me, hey, casually, our CEO is in Puerto Rico, like building, like assisting in the management of the office, because they started with me in Puerto Rico.
Oh, it's a brand new site.
It's a brand new site.
So the company is from
The company
uh
is from Florida. They in the
okay.
industry for around 10 years, but they just started
I
with me
see. I
in
see.
Puerto Rico. Hmm.
That's like a amazing opportunity, and it takes a certain kind of person to say yes to this opportunity because it could be a little bit intimidating and scary. And so, what
Yeah.
was your thought process during that
My
time?
I had my interview with my boss was like for 2 hours, because
Wow.
he asked me so many things. Like, are you ready?
Are you ready?
Are you,
What
are
kind of
you
question is that? They knew you didn't have research experience, right?
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
So
but it wasn't a problem. I mean,
they just wanted to
because
see
I
if you have motivation to
yes,
do
yes.
what it takes.
Hmm. And it had been a challenge, because um there are things that I obviously learning, but I've been having a very good backup from my company. So, but going back to the story, that same day I got the interview. So I came here to the office and talked with the CEO, and we just spent here 2 hours just talking, and he presented the office, and I was like, okay, I believe that I'm gonna get hired, but I'm gonna just wait. And just like that, a few days later, I got hired.
And what was your first day like? What did you do?
First day,
And then how long have you been there?
since since November.
Wow, so just like 6 months maybe.
Yeah.
Wow, Naomi, things move fast over there in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, I've been studying a lot. I've been studying a lot, and I
So you're the
still
lead
learning
coordinator. Lead coordinator, you guys do what? Oncology studies right now?
right now. Yeah, and
Okay.
we're
And what?
we're we're getting into rheumatology too. Hopefully, we have
Oh,
a
wow.
rheumatologist right with us, amazing doctor too, and we're gonna be starting on those trials soon.
And you're interacting how when I started clinical research as a coordinator, my monitors were, despite the fact that one of them was very mean, she also took it upon herself to train me, which she didn't have to do, and it was very helpful. I think it shortened my learning period from maybe 1 year to 6 months. Do you have a similar story like this with
I
your
hope.
monitors?
Um, I think I'm still like getting started, but I mean, what I've seen in this environment, work environment, is like everyone is like there to help you. For example, you guys, Clubhouse, our conferences, our rooms, and
Wow.
it.
Yeah. Who's gonna be on Clubhouse, guys? In 2 hours. In two
Yeah,
hours, we're gonna be on there. Naomi's gonna be on there. Guru
sure.
Nation. Go to Clubhouse. You have to have iPhone. Clubhouse, and you'll find it. Just look for Guru Nation. So those kind of resources, Latino. You're also a member of Latinos in Clinical Research.
Yes, yes, and I truly hope that I can further share the organization to colleges in here in the island, and they
Yes.
really need to know about research, and that not everything in the world is to be a doctor. It is amazing to be a doctor. I want to be a doctor. I'm not gonna like let that go, but I'm not closing doors to research either, because like I was saying, at the end of the day, it's about getting treatments, new treatments for the same diseases, and to be part of that development of new ways to treat, for example, diabetes. Without
Right.
research, we're not gonna be able to just change the way that we get blood sugar, for example. There must be a way that in a couple of years we can take those tests without
They have some really cool
pinching
develop.
people.
They have some really cool developments going on with some of these biotechs that I'm analyzing.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean the stuff that they're proposing to do and even already started doing in humans is incredible. And like I said on below us before we put the ask us anything, which you can still ask us anything, it's the clinical research is booming. And that's, I mean, we're seeing an explosion of biotech companies right now with new technologies and AI and all the data that's involved. So you're entering at just the right time.
Yes,
So
indeed.
lead CRA, that's the best way to become a generalist. CRCs, or sorry, lead CRC, that's the best way to become a generalist. You are going to make a good or a very good CRA because of the fact that you have a CRC background, which I
Yes,
think a lot of the CRAs who have been study coordinators in the past have a lot of empathy for the sites that they monitor, which is actually very helpful in doing their job. So, congrats for winning the scholarship too for the CRA Academy. I think
i
the
i
Academy is
am
actually going to help you do your job better because you are still new to research.
I
So
am I am very new. I am very new, and I
so
am
far, you did the module week one site selection visit and week two regulatory, right?
regulatory. Yeah.
Were those two helpful so far?
Yes. Yes.
Like any
And the good
practical
thing,
value to your job so far
yes,
from the
the good
academy?
thing is that I am seeing those modules, and I can compare about with how in the work, in the job, I am seeing it. And it's really nice to see, oh yeah, I've been through that. I've seen that, like, I can do, I can see like both sides, the
Mm-hmm.
CRC side, and now with the class, the CRA side. So it's good. It's really good.
Not only that, but you can tell your employer because they get to be very happy that you're learning how to be a CRA
But
because
yeah.
because one of the roles that you can do at your site, especially as a site director or like a lead CRC, which it sounds like you are, is you're gonna be like the internal monitor for your sites, right?
Yes.
And so you're gonna be like the monitor looking before the actual monitor comes. You're
Yes.
gonna look at the stuff. So I think that's coordinators that want to be CRAs, they don't think about that aspect, and nor do they put that on their resume, and they should.
Oh no, I am like following all the advice. Like everything I do, I put it on the CV. And when you get into my CV, you're gonna see that there's a lot of things there. Like
Well, I
everything
will
I
do
did.
your CV. You're in the academy, so when you do the first monitoring report, probably in July or August, I'll do your CV myself, and we're gonna fix
Yeah,
that and make sure that it's. I mean, you're probably just gonna stay at the place you're at because if it's a growing company, they're
it is.
gonna they're gonna want you to like experience the growth with you. You might not want to leave, but eventually in the future, if you want to be CRA, you'll definitely be able to do that.
Yeah, I would really like to grow here in the island because as we were talking before, it means um, new and free treatments for the people. And here in Puerto Rico, the general population it's older than 50 years, like
Wow.
the majority, and there's a lot of people that they are sick, especially diabetes, especially hypertension, heart failure. There's I would really love for it to bring to Puerto Rico these kind of studies eventually.
Yeah, we definitely need to raise a more awareness around. I mean, we're doing that here in the U.S. Or here in the mainland U.S. with the Latinos in clinical research. We're promoting at the colleges. I was telling you before we went live, and I think in Puerto Rico we can do the same thing. And matter of fact, it's probably even more opportunities there because we need to let people know, just like you did, and people can follow your path now.
Yes, yes.
It's more to medicine than just med school.
I cannot stress enough the fact that you can work in research while I mean think while things get if there's an issue with your med school, that because it just not happened with my med school. There's a lot of med schools that go through this, and it doesn't mean that you have to leave med school. No, you can do this while you get prepared to go back. But before research, I can say my life before research and after research. Now I can see that we have options.
Hmm.
And there's a lot of my fellow colleagues that and from med school that they are not in the jobs that they deserve. They're underpaid, and although we haven't finished our degree, we have medical background, and we can be so much uh, help for
This is
big
true.
for companies. I mean,
Another thing I wanted to mention. I mean, you're only a year away from the MD, but I was gonna say for those of you out there like who are thinking, well, if I'm a failure if I don't become a doctor. Well, the truth of the matter is, doctors are, and we talked about in the beginning, but they
mhm.
are underpaid. But not only that, they're not as rare as a generalist in research. If you're somebody working in clinical research that's a generalist, I talked to somebody today on Zoom who works with small biotechs, and he basically does what an entire CRO does. He does it. That's his business to help biotech. And the only way he's able to do that is by becoming a generalist over all these years, over these decades. There's only like maybe a couple hundred of him in the world. There's probably tens of thousands of doctors, if not more, hundreds of thousands of doctors
Mhm,
in
mhm.
the world. So it doesn't, you don't equate doctor with success. I mean, it's what you're able to do. It's your skill set. So that's just something that I wanted to share because it's
Definitely, I
happened today.
agree. I agree. And I
Hi,
and
Naomi
I
and Dan,
thought,
fellow CRC in Puerto Rico. Catherine Quinones Navarro. We gotta definitely hit up Naomi in the
yes,
LinkedIn.
I want to connect. I want to connect with everyone.
Latinos in clinical research. So and we'll get back to your career, but and what you're doing at the site because you're doing oncology. It's very important. But when you joined the Latino in clinical research Zoom call, uh, and we announced, hey, we're doing a CRA Academy scholarship, what was going through your head? Like, what was going through your head?
It wasn't since the Zoom call. I wanted it before, even before. It's like I
Ah,
really want to take this course. I really, really want it, but I don't have the money, and and it's a reality. I don't have it, and I was like, I need to save this money to take the review and to take the step one, and on and on and on. And I was like, okay, this is my opportunity. When I went to the Zoom call, this is my opportunity. Please, God, let me get this course. Please, 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 please.
there you
So, but
go. You see, guys, it's possible. So next time, actually, you want to go to latinosclinicalresearch.com now because next month in May, we're doing another giveaway. We're not announcing what it is. And then in June, we have another. And in July, we're going to keep doing this stuff, guys. Um, Back to your career. Oh, and 2 Minute School says, 2 Minute School, this is, shout out to 2 Minute School. He's like one of the most vocal commenters. He's a doctor as well. He says, without MD, you are like a free bird. Doc need to know more about R&D, statistics, math, and then he put a mermaid for unexplicable reason. But 2 Minute School, shout out to you, man. Okay, docs has to make time for research. If you don't do, how can they read those research papers? Exactly right. And how can you be on the
nice.
cutting edge of treatments? Like how will you know what's new, what's been approved, what's about to be approved unless you're following this stuff? I wasn't able to join the live and would love to have a scholarship for the CRA Academy. We'll definitely join in the future. You get go to latinosclinicalresearch.com as you see from Naomi here. It happens, and then we'll go live, Catherine. If you win, you gotta win. That's the thing. You have to win it. So what do you do on a day to day now at your work? Like brand new lead CRC, doing some oncology studies. It must be extremely busy.
It's
Uh,
it is, but not as my coworkers in Florida. They do have a lot
mm.
because they have a lot of oncology trials
So you
going.
do have a support system in Florida. Yeah,
Yes,
okay.
yes. I It's like in Florida, and in I just called them, and they are there. I have a she is my leader from all CRCs, my quality assurance,
Okay.
and she is the one that I am calling and texting all the time. Like, hey, I don't know how to do this. Please help me. How do I answer this email? And she's the one that is always helping me during the day.
Gotcha. So they
But
make
I
the source templates and all that stuff for you. They
Yeah,
help.
they help me with source documentation. I mean, their view is to do everything in Puerto Rico like they do in Florida.
Sure.
Obviously, there are things that are different here in Puerto Rico. For example, PIs, they are
Mhm.
different.
Mhm.
Um, but I've had the blessing that my PIs are so available
You have
to
a
speak
very
to
good one.
you. I have a very good one, and our rheumatologist also is a very good one. He's always available. I'm always asking questions as a medical student, like, hey, I am your CRC, but I am your student too, and I want to get involved, and I want to see patients, and I want to do the progress note with you, and I want to do everything because I don't want to lose that because um, research is pretty different from medical practice.
Oh yeah.
So I really like to keep an eye on both things.
We talk to Dr. Al all the time about this. He's like a regular guest now on the show. He does oncology also. So 2 Minute School says best of luck for rheumatology. We need more than immunomodulators. Collagen may help.
Thoughts on
So
that? I mean, it's. I am so ready to start on rheumatology because clinical research is booming. Uh, Autoimmune diseases in Puerto Rico are booming, and it's
everywhere.
everywhere. It's like
What's the landscape in Puerto Rico now for research? Like,
um
are you seeing more sites opening? Are there competitors that you guys have, or is it still
the
pretty much wide open?
I really, you know what, I really, besides medical schools that they have their research company, I don't know.
Yeah, medical school don't count. They're university. No, no, just private, private. You're too busy
Private.
to know, probably. You're you're too busy dealing with your site to look at the landscape.
But besides my site, there's another one. There's another one. It's called BDH research.
Hmm.
But I really don't know what type of trials they do. But I believe they're private. They're a private
So
site.
it seems like it's wide open opportunities there,
Oh
and
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's why I'm always asking about site ownership and
and
because
it makes sense because there's I mean part of the reason why Latinos in clinical research even exist is because there's a disparities in research amongst African Americans and Hispanics, and it would only make sense for a sponsor to do more studies in Puerto Rico to get
because
some
of
of that demographic.
diversity.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So I
But
think just like we see
keeping it
clinical research
real,
is booming, we should
yeah.
put, I'm going to change a banner right now. Uh, it's not just clinical research that's booming. It's Puerto Rico is booming.
It's booming.
And here we go. Let's put that on the bottom. I I need to put the emoji of the flag, but I can't do this with my computer. But yes, so that's I'm excited for you and everybody in Puerto Rico. Um,
I'm really excited, and I am invested on sharing the message that Puerto Rico needs more sites, more research sites. There's a lot of people that need to get into research, but we have to work really hard. We have to educate people that clinical research is not like you're gonna be a how do I say that in English? Conejillo de Indias. It's like it's something safe. It is
mhm.
regulated. It is. We have GCP. We have IRB. We have all these regulations, but we have to teach people and colleges and the medical schools, um, and even in the other colleges that don't teach medicals. I mean, don't teach
Yeah, no,
medicine.
I'm really excited about the college outreach that
Me
Latinos and
too.
Clinical Research is doing. I think we need to partner up with you to be the ambassador out in Puerto Rico because we're
Yeah.
trying to reach the colleges here, in California. We're starting with California, Texas, because that's where Judy and Ashley are from. But yeah, I mean, there's no reason why we can't go, where Marjorie is in Apopka, Florida, for example, to community college, or where you are, Naomi, in Puerto Rico, and get more colleges telling their students
Involved.
that there are research because
There's research,
we'd
and you
be
can
doing a
study.
favor. We'd be doing a favor to the industry because we
And
need more people.
yeah, and what I tell I mean bachelor's students that they want to get into medical school, and they don't get to medical school in the first try. It's like, don't get disappointed. Get into research. I mean, if I knew that I could get into research with my bachelor degree, I wouldn't have the loan that I have right now with med
That's
school,
real talk, like
because
Marjorie says in Clubhouse on Mondays, keeping it
keeping it
real.
real, keeping it real. I am not a doctor, but I have the loan of a doctor. So I have to keep working and moving because need to get paid.
So
So,
you need to be the ambassador to Puerto Rico in clinical research, and I think I'm gonna talk to the ladies from the team, from the Latinos in clinical research team. Christine is here. We see her.
yes.
She's one of them. She'll say yes for sure. She's asking a question: does Puerto Rico partner with LATAM? There is a lack of data in LATAM. PR may be the bridge we need. What's LATAM mean? Latin America? Is that a
Now I
abbreviation?
was going to ask that, like, oh, I don't know what that
Christine,
stands
what's
for.
this? What is this? We're not all as advanced as you, Christine. Uh,
Then I have 3% in my iPhone. Batteries in my iPhone is 3%.
oh man.
Would you give
Okay,
me a
okay.
second when I get a
Yes,
charger?
yes. Let me go through these questions, okay?
All right. I'm gonna turn
So,
off the camera for a while, for a
okay.
moment.
All right, go ahead. Hi, Dan and Naomi. Hey, I hope, by the way, you guys join us on the Clubhouse. Latinos need a playlist. I know 2 Minute School, but we have a separate channel. But I would need to put playlists on that channel as well. LATAM equals Latin America. Okay, so I got it right. Yeah, I mean, Christine, I think that we need to have Naomi as a brand ambassador if for nothing else, for the college outreach, because it seems like we are headed in that direction with Latino and clinical research, and so I think it's just natural to do this with Naomi. What else? Hello, Dr. Chiaka. Hello, Dr. Chica. RN, MSN, DNP, FNP. Look at you go. Catherine, there is a chance you can win. You can win. Just subscribe to LatinosInClinicalResearch.com. Um, yeah, Doc. So I'm trying to see if I missed any of these questions. Sounds like she wants to complete med school. Good for her. She has the option. So remember what I said on my Instagram. He or she who has options is better off than he or she who doesn't. So Naomi's like three-fourths of the way there, but she might get so busy with research and opportunities there. Why go an extra year? I mean, I honestly don't know what I would do if I were you, Naomi, because you just
I
have.
I
It's a
still
good
don't know.
problem, though. It's a good problem. You have two opportunities, and maybe there you can combine them somehow. But I'm trying to think. If it was me, if I'm only a year away, I would probably still try to get my MD. If I were only a year away, I wouldn't do
Yeah,
4 years.
yeah. And the thing is that the system is so cruel
Yeah.
because as I told before, I failed the step twice. So it is not
Mm-hmm.
that I don't have the knowledge, but I have maybe an issue, an anxiety issue with this type of examinations, and
Maybe, but
yeah, but
it's okay though
it is,
because
yeah, I refer it as cruel because all med school is like, you failed, you have to start over again,
okay.
and
Will
that
they let
means
you? Will they let you start in year three, or you have to start over from year one?
year one.
Oh, then I wouldn't do it.
Exactly,
I wouldn't do it.
exactly. And I was in this really frustrating situation until I discovered research, and it's amazing. It's amazing. It's like
So look at
because
Matt. Look what Matt's saying here. Recent IMG graduate just finally broke into clinical research after not matching. Your videos have been inspiration. Thank you, Matt. You get a bright future, Naomi. See?
thank you
So
so much.
you don't need the med school. I wouldn't do it 4 years. That's nonsense. In 4 years, you can be the ambassador to all of Puerto Rico for clinical research through Latinos in clinical research. All the universities gonna want you. They give you an honorary doctorate degree. You can
I
still
hope
be
so.
Dr. Naomi. I'm
Yeah,
telling you, stick with us and
I
it will happen.
hmm
So don't
definitely,
worry
I
about that.
right now I do see the light in the, in the tunnel, like the
You took
same.
the red pill in Matrix, and then
Yeah.
you just woke up and saw everything. That's where you're at.
Yes, 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 definitely, definitely.
And they're saying, yes, you
And
can.
I'm still learning. I'm still learning. I haven't had my first patient, so I'm gonna still learn. When I get my first patient, we are working hard to getting it.
What do
Um,
you mean your first patient? What?
because we have two active studies, but I haven't found my patient, so
Oh, so
I
you don't have anyone enrolled yet.
no.
I see. So all you've done
I've
so
had
far is the startup,
pre-screening,
site
evaluations,
selection,
stu-
regulatory.
yeah, study initiation,
I see. I see.
and
Yeah, you got
all.
a lot coming to you. You're not gonna have time for med school.
I know. I
These
know.
patients are gonna need you at the site, not in med school.
Yeah, and my boss says the same. You're not. You don't have to go back.
Good. Show him this clip from this minute 38:42. Send him this part.
I mean,
He'll like me. Okay.
yeah, he will.
So Socratic teaching is a problem. Exams don't really assess a student. Yeah, no. We don't.
Oh, that's a whole other story.
That's a podcast, but for
That's a
somebody
podcast.
else.
Yeah, we can talk about that, and
Come
endlessly.
on Clubhouse 2 minute school. Talk about that.
All
Can she
right.
become a PA for one more year? So can what about physician
All
assistant?
right. Okay. So, if I want to go to do PA, I haven't read about it that much, but I believe that I have to spend a lot of money too, like to get another loan. And I
Hmm.
don't know if I'm gonna have to start over again.
Yeah.
On that topic, I don't know that much, but
Christine says join the military. I think they pay for them.
I was asking Christine about that, about getting into enlisted in the Air Force.
Yeah.
I've always think about that too.
But then you got, I mean, you're about to start seeing patients at the clinic. This is reminding me a lot of just me when I got started. Within a year, you're not gonna even think about any of this stuff, you know. You're you'll be so busy with the research, the opportunity is gonna come flowing. This is 2021. This decade is gonna be insane for research.
And
So,
there are so many programs. I've always wanted to do a master's in healthcare administration, but I've seen certifications in clinical research, master's degree in drug discovery and development, which
yep.
I find amazing. I would love to do that. But again, I have a loan. I don't
Do it
know if I
later.
want.
Do it later. Later,
Yeah,
later,
right.
later.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
thinking on
you
doing
are
that later.
young. This next decade, don't do any school. All right, just CRA Academy. That's it. You're gonna start earning money based on the value you provide to the market. Trust me, it's gonna be more than you think if you do it the right way and do more. Opportunity lies where responsibility has been abdicated, and it's been abdicated everywhere in clinical research, especially in Puerto Rico. So there you go. That's where you're gonna do. And the next decade, then you can start. Okay, master, PA, whatever. You'll have the money for it.
Randy, let's see what's going
You'll
on.
have the money for it.
Hopefully, hopefully.
Doctor
Yeah,
Dr. Chica says you can bring the knowledge you have now into clinical research. It's a win-win for everyone.
definitely,
Exactly. Guru
definitely.
Nation agrees with me. Thank you guys for helping us think this through. You're gonna get very busy, says Catherine.
Yes, yes.
Uh,
Right now, we don't have patience, and we still have a lot to do. A lot, and every day is a new thing.
yep, yep. They say check the PA program too, if possible. You may only need a few credits. Many physicians in research have MPH, Masters of
Yeah,
Public Health.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But no, Naomi's like, she's there. She's already here
I like.
in the
Oh,
industry.
I cannot do everything at the same time.
Awesome chat. I agree with Dan. Thank you, Cassandra. You are on the right. Oh, that's another Latino and clinical research ambassador right there.
Cassandra, yes.
You're on the right track, and we'll do big things in Puerto Rico. And Cassandra's there
Thank
in
you.
Florida, so
Thank
not
you.
too far from you.
I
All
am
right.
very happy. I am beyond happy. I am beyond grateful. Dan, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to do this Academy. That was amazing. A
You
bless
earned it. You earned
another
it.
blessing.
You earned it. It was everyone agreed. It wasn't just me. Me, Judy, Cassandra, Christine, Ashley, Monica,
Thank
and
you.
even Chris. Even Chris. They all agreed. And Chris doesn't agree on anything. He agreed. Uh, and Dr. Chica says CRA Academy I just passed. Now we're gonna start doing the remote internship, Dr. Chica.
Yes.
And you'll get to meet Naomi because when she's an intern, unless you're already in the industry by then, we meet with once a month virtually with all the interns to
Amazing.
review what you've been doing or any questions you have or anything like that. So yeah, SOCRA, ACRP,
Oh,
SOCRA.
another topic. I am currently on a conversation to open a chapter of ACRP here in Puerto Rico.
Oh, you're good then. You're good.
But I am a little bit scared of doing that.
Well, don't be scared because you're gonna be a Latino and clinical research ambassador now,
All right, I
and
have a lot
so
on
you
my
have the
plate.
power of the community behind you,
Yes,
pushing you
yes,
forward.
I would really like to do that, and to connect with perhaps with medical schools because we don't have a chapter here in Puerto Rico. Like, come on, we need to
They
move.
didn't? That's crazy.
We don't have a chapter. Like
Wow.
in the website, Puerto Rico doesn't exist. I'm like, hey, what's going on?
Wow.
We're
Yeah,
here. We speak English. We can do
you've got
research.
plenty. You're gonna be plenty. You're gonna be ACRP chapter leader, uh, Latino and clinical research ambassador. You're learning how to be a coordinator for oncology and rheumatology. You're not gonna have time for any school for the next decade, so don't worry about this. All right, cool. Everybody's good, great. Thanks for a great session. Forgot about loan. Meditate when loan thoughts come. Yeah,
Oh
just forget
yeah,
about
I
it.
have to practice on that. My best friend tell me that all the forget about the loan. I'm like, oh my god, but I have to pay it.
They asked, do they require CT and PR GCP training? They just require GCP like everywhere else.
Yeah, yeah. I have GCP. I have IATA. I have
It's the same exact
yeah.
regulation as US.
It's a requirement for my
Hmm.
company. Yeah.
Yep. All right, cool. So thank you very much, Naomi, and hope to see you on Clubhouse in an hour and a half.
An hour and a half. Yep, I will
And
be.
we can continue this conversation there. And everybody else, thank you for watching and listening, and we'll catch y'all later. Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Thank you.